I played Blox Fruits, so you don't have to. I was going through my analytics one day when I found that a high majority of my audience searched for content relating to Blox Fruit. For those of you who don't know, Blox Fruit is a one-piece Roblox game where you can explore the never-ending seas, battle NPCs, other players, and of course, level up devil fruits. Sorry, they're called demon fruits. With over 400,000 players daily, you'd think this game mode would be something straight out of the One Piece universe. Well, it's certainly something, I'll tell you that much. I don't know if it's because my Wi-Fi was bad or my PC needed an update, but majority of the footage from my playthrough got corrupted. So throughout this video, I'll be using clips from my Roblox gameplay or from the playthrough of other streamers. I'll link their video in the description, and without further ado, let's get started. So right away, you're given the choice between two occupations, pirates or marines. And I don't know why they included marine when majority of the servers have like a 10-to-1 ratio of pirates to marines. You might as well just make the marines an NPC, and depending on how high your bounty is, that would determine the rank you'll face as the story progresses. After you pick your occupation, you'll be thrown into a spawn island and given a specific race from the One Piece world, which include human, fish, angel, mink, etc. I ended up being a part of the minks, which gives you a pair of rabbit ears along with a constant speed boost. However, by the time of me recording this video, I learned due to legal issues, they were forced to change the race from mink to rabbit. At least I still get the speed boost. There are seasonal events that take place where you can trade in-game currency for a chance to change your race at random. Personally, I'm fine as a mink. Plus, I never understood why you had to pay 300 bones just to change your race when Michael Jackson did it for free. Other than that, your character's design is pretty much your Roblox avatar, and the designs for the majority of the NPCs are so generic, it's not difficult to figure out which are important either for the story purposes or boss battles. The gameplay, however, is pretty much what you expect. You travel across the sea to different islands, which are based on the One Piece universe. You can visit any island at any point in the game, but if you don't have a high enough level, then good luck getting very far. You'll also encounter NPCs who take you further out to sea, which will allow you to visit more dangerous islands, face stronger foes, and unlock stronger abilities. Unfortunately, you have to reach a certain level to be taken to the second/third sea, which is at level 700. I only managed to get a little over level 500, and at that point in the game, you're only at Sky Island. The badge that only 0.5% of players have is not a joke. You'd have to either AFK farm or be on the grind 24/7 to get to the second sea, and frankly, I've got a life. I will say, even if you never make it to the second or third sea, there's no shortage of stuff to do in the beginning. Truthfully, it's where you have the highest chance of making great allies to take on bosses and earn treasure, as opposed to the second sea, which is just about a complete war zone to awaken devil fruits and unlock advanced haki. Which brings us into our next topic of discussion, combat and power scaling. Being that the game is called Blox Fruit, devil fruits are a crucial part of the gameplay. Sure, you could master different fighting styles and collect powerful gear to avoid this feature, but ultimately the majority of servers involve players spamming their devil fruit abilities. Just like One Piece, there are 3 different categories of fruits which will determine your abilities, but all will take away your ability to swim. These categories include natural, beast, and elemental, which are the generic version of Paramecia, Zoan, and Logia. Surprisingly though, there's an impressive number of fruits that made it into the game, and about 35 different fruits so far. This doesn't matter though, as majority of players will either hunt or gamble with the Blox Fruit dealer in order to acquire an elemental fruit for the passive Logia ability, which is most ideal for grinding. However, it's worth noting that the Logia's ability to bypass physical moves doesn't work on bosses, same with a certain fruit's natural abilities. If you think you'll be able to pull a Luffy and be immune when you battle Inaru's Rumble Fruit just because you ate the rubber fruit, well, I've got bad news. Surprisingly though, the Chop Fruit is the only fruit in game so far where the rule doesn't apply. Whether it's a player, NPC, or boss, if they try to use a slash or sword attack on you, even with haki, you'll be immune to damage. That said, it's not like you want to have a playthrough using only Chop Fruit. There's definitely an uneven power scaling between fruits. However, the game tries to balance this by requiring a larger amount of grinding to level up the more powerful fruits. Essentially, if you get an S tier fruit, such as the dragon fruit, don't expect to be like Kaido anytime soon, as you'll have to level up the fruit to 300 just to unlock a complete stage 1 moveset. Luckily, unlike the series, however, you can change your fruit at any time. Just know that some fruits are rarer than others, so if you did consume the notorious dragon fruit and decided to change it to an easier fruit such as flame, know that your chances of reacquiring dragon again are pretty slim. Unless of course you decided to spend some Robux and buy a whole stash of fruits to choose from. I got lucky on my first day of playing and managed to find a magma fruit for me to get started with. However, now I specialize with the venom fruit, and I'm definitely a bit underleveled for it. Hopefully, I'll have a complete mastery by the time I reach the second sea, but I wouldn't count on it. Like I stated before, eating any of the fruits will take away your ability to swim, and the game reflects this by having devil fruit users take damage anytime they're in the water. It's really nothing serious, as you can still move while you're swimming, and gives you plenty of time to get out. Really, it only impacts players of the fish race, as their swim boost is now utterly useless. Plus, there's actually a large sum of fruits that have abilities to avoid traveling by sea altogether, such as a flight ability. So really, it's just like the anime, as not a single devil fruit user has any risk of dying via drowning. Other than devil fruits, the game also sets up NPCs across the world that can teach you different fighting styles, such as the black leg or fish kung fu. Combine that with the in-game version of haki, and your combat skills can match that of any devil fruit user. But let's be real, why would anyone want to spend time grinding with haki when they can use the dragon fruit and blow up an entire lobby? While the game does have Armament and Observation haki, there's yet to be the inclusion of Conqueror's haki. Another reason why nobody's trying to be like Shanks in this game. Your in-game progress and how much you level up will determine the strength of your haki, and once you reach the second sea, you'll have the chance to advance your skills, assuming of course you're part of the 0.5 and 0.2% of players. Really, the game has no shortage of combat skills, and with the ability to have multiple styles of combat, ultimately it's down to what you as the player decide to master that will determine your strength in game. Or you could just spam dragon. On the surface, Blox Fruit may just seem like another Roblox game that can easily occupy any child's short attention span. But when you examine it on a deeper level, it's clear the developers have true respect and love for the source material to which the IP came from. Sure, it's hard creating any fan-based game without legal issues from the executives, but with Blox Fruit, they try to be as accurate to the source material as possible, and only changes made to the IP are usually in regards to avoiding copyrights. There's nothing significant, however, about these changes that affect the overall gameplay. It's usually just meant for changing names of fruits or characters. In terms of mechanics, they're about as accurate to either the manga or anime, which is why many players can have fun with elements such as the rubber fruit, even if it's not all that powerful in game. It's fun role-playing as if you're in the One Piece universe, and truly is one of the greatest Roblox games, dare I say, one of the best One Piece game adaptations of all time. Whether you decide you want to recreate iconic adventures or make your very own, the possibilities feel truly endless in game. And if you decide you want to follow in Luffy's footsteps and grind your way to become king of the pirates, know the journey will be long, but well worth it in the end. Or you could just spam dragon.